Good morning everyone, happy Saturday to you all. May your toast pop up golden brown and your coffee be strong. Right, today is Saturday and as always it's Q&A and weekly update, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't got a huge amount of questions for Q&A this week, but I get that, it's Christmas, people are busy. The last thing on your mind is probably, I must send Mounjaro a question for his Saturday video.
No way.
And when we've done Q&A, we will move on to the weekly update, where we will of course dissect the response to what we're officially calling now My Funny Turn, which was in last week's video. And of course I will be giving you a weight update too. So I'm Mounjaro and I've been using this bad boy now for over 6 months, and I'm currently on my highest dose that I've used, which is 5 milligrams. I have lost 75 pounds in total. It's not always been easy. It's not always been straightforward. There's been a few low points. There's certainly been a few plateaus. But today is all about the Q&A and the weekly update. So let's get straight into the questions, shall we? So the first question this week is not so much a question, more of an answer to a question. We talked about this 2 weeks ago maybe, and the question was from ATQO8LT, and it says, this is the first time I've written to you regarding the red rash around my injection site. Well, who knew? The pharmacist suggested putting a plaster on the injection site, and guess what? No more itchy skin. He thought my trousers waistband was rubbing it, and I think he was right. I hope this may help other people too. So basically this was the answer to the question. They were getting a rash from the injection site, which I too suffer sort of maybe 1 week in 3, 1 week in 4. They've spoken to the pharmacist and the pharmacist has said, stick a plaster on it, see how you get on. Stuck a plaster on it, turns out it was the trouser waistband rubbing it all along. Really appreciate your feedback, and it's always nice to hear a happy ending and a decent result. So thanks very much for that. So next up we got a question from Gavin Wilkinson 3722, and it says, Q&A. Where'd you get your cool little bar signs from? I'd like some of them. So, Gavin, I guess you're referring to these here, which are all different cocktails. And not going to lie to you, not tried a single one of them, but they do look pretty cool on the wall. Now, these were from, and please don't be a hater, but these were from Temu. And they're reasonably cheap. So, if you go onto Temu, search them up, you'll be able to grab similar. They're I've got a nice Guinness one on the wall over there, which maybe I'll take a photo of and pop it on the screen. But that's actually a disc plate, and they're really, really expensive, or I think they're really expensive. But yeah, these little things, yeah, are all from Temu. But I'm guessing shops like The Range in the UK would more than likely do very similar. Not a Mounjaro related question, but it's a question all the same, and we're more than happy to answer it. So next we've got one from Sean Goodwin 3518. And it says, I'm just finishing a 48-hour fast. Every 2 weeks, I've found it fairly easy. I've detoxed my liver. No time for getting my abdominal fat burning away. I'm more than happy to do this, but please don't go rushing in doing it. I also only eat between 9 and 3, and I hydrate all the time with lemon water. Fair play to you, Sean. I could not in a million years do a 48-hour fast. Absolutely ridiculous. Even the thought of doing that scares me, makes me hungry right now. Now, the closest experience I've had to that, apart from maybe working and I've not been able to get food because I'm a little bit more remote on occasion, is probably about 10 years ago. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but there was a juicing diet, and it was a chap called, I think it was Jason Vale, and he had this whole juicing program. And I went out and bought the juicer, and I followed the program literally to every single word in that diary, and the super greens and juicing carrots and juicing all kinds of weird stuff. And what I will say is I really craved solid food at the time. You were having probably 3, 4, maybe 5 juices a day, specific recipes at specific times. Craved something crunchy in my mouth. But I did do the full week, and I did lose a lot of weight doing it. I know he does say that the health benefits of doing this long term are absolutely amazing. Not a chance in hell I could do the juice diet for more than a week, and I probably wouldn't go down that road at all. So I've got to say hats off to you for doing a 48-hour fast, because of that, no, not for me. But it's always nice to hear what other people are doing and how they're coping and how they're losing weight, because at the end of the day, that's what this channel is all about, isn't it? It's all about losing weight and being healthier. And if it works for you, then fair play. So next up, we've got a question from Derek East 6221. And hello again, one for the Q&A. Hydration, where do I start? As you know, I'm type 2 diabetic and mainly use Mounjaro to control that. And it does it very well. Weight loss around a stone in 3 months, pretty stagnant at the moment. But I've got my diabetic review on Friday, hoping to move up to 7.5 milligrams. I drink around 3 cups of coffee a day, resulting in about 4 wheeze during the working hours, which is 5:30 until 5 o'clock in the evening. Water until bedtime, which is about 9ish, and then 2 or 3 more wheeze and maybe 2 more during the night. Never feel thirsty, pretty sure my liquid intake is pretty poor, but my body is saying no. Now for me, the first thing that I want to say is I don't count my coffees as fluid intake or hydration, because I've never got in the habit of doing that, and I did read somewhere that it doesn't count. I mean, to me, in my head it does count, but I don't log it when I track everything. I tend to have a cup of coffee in the morning, a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in work, and then a cup of coffee when I get home from work. And I am a full-on coffeeholic. I don't think that's a word, is it? I like coffee. My advice would be to stop drinking so late in the evening. I get up every night for a wee regardless. That's probably my age. But I would try and stop drinking normally around about 6, 7 o'clock. I do take my best friend, the Yeti, to bed with me. I think I need a nickname for the Yeti, don't I? We're going to call it Betty. I do take Betty the Yeti to bed with me every night. I've said it out loud, just sounds weird now. But yeah, Betty the Yeti comes to bed with me every night. So first things first, stop drinking so much in the evening if that's the case. Cut back on the coffee and try and front load on hydration. And it could just be that your hydration's out of rhythm. So if you're going to drink in the mornings, your body's going to get used to it, and hopefully you won't have to get up so much in the night. You said you've got your diabetic checkup this week, and I'm sure they're going to do all the tests and all the checks and all the blood tests that they need to do to make sure you're in the healthy range for where you should be for a type 2 diabetic. Well, not where you should be, but where you are, because that sounds awful else, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. If you're always feeling thirsty, that tends to mean it's too late because you're already dehydrated. My biggest tip would be to take sips, not chug it back, and just ease off in the evening. And I really hope that helps, Derek, because you certainly have been going through a rough old time with everything at the moment. But in regards to your weight loss, slow and steady, you're winning the race, aren't you? Right, quickly before we do the weekly update, I just want to say thanks to everyone that's supported the channel so far. It means the absolute world to me, as I say every week. Everyone that's ever liked, commented, subscribed, hyped, put the bell on. What else is there? Super thanks, bought me a coffee, and all those crazy things. I really do appreciate it. So if you could like this video, leave a comment down below for the Christmas Q&A. If you could hype it, that'd be amazing too. Turn your notifications on. And what else is there? Subscribe to the channel, of course. Subscribe to the channel. How did I forget that one? Channel's growing day by day, and I just want to share this journey, share the knowledge I've sort of learned over the last 6 or 7 months. And if you're starting your Mounjaro journey, then if you need that info, it's there for you. And check out all the other videos, because it literally follows me, not from day one, but pretty much from day one. So this is all about sharing my experience so that you can learn from it as well. And that seems to be coming across really well in the comments, and that is the aim of this channel right now. Now, has anyone else noticed a little tweak in the channel? Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you know what it is, leave it down below in the comments and let me know what you think it is. And I'll be interested to see if anyone's actually noticed it. So next up is the weekly update, and we are going to talk about, one, we're going to give you an update on my stats, my weight, how much weight I've lost, and 2, we're then going to talk about my funny turn. So I think we do the stats first. So my weight stayed exactly the same. So I am still 17 stone 4 pounds, which means I have lost 76 pounds. This is a busy time of year. I'm still tracking my calories, possibly not being 100% honest with myself. But if I'm going to let my foot off the gas a little bit, it's going to be around this time of year. We've got works dues, we've got Christmas parties, people keep bringing in mince pies to work and that kind of stuff. There's work breakfasts and all sorts of crazy stuff going on. I'm happy. If I need to take my foot off the gas, now's when I'm going to do it. So weight stayed exactly the same. Thumbs up, still happy, all good. Right, so as you may know, last week's video mentioned my funny turn, as we're now going to call it. And I've been overwhelmed, not only by the amount of people that watched the video, but the amount of helpful comments as well. Everyone showed real concern, and it was really, really heartwarming, and I really, really appreciate it. Now, quite a few people had suggestions, and I have read every single comment and replied to every single comment, as I always try to do. What caused the funny turn? Now, a few people said migraine, and I really do take that on board, and it is a consideration. Quite a few people said blood pressure. I do regularly check my blood pressure and it's all fine. What people seem to be saying was blood sugars. And brutally honest, I'm inclined to agree, because I'd not eaten that morning. I'd had probably my evening meal sort of 14, 15 hours before this happened. And I know people fast all the time and I get that, but it was a very unusual circumstance for me. It was very worrying for me. But I'm going to put it down to blood sugars. So when I've replied to all the comments, I have said I'm going to get a blood sugar monitor, and that's exactly what I've done. And I'm sure if you're diabetic, you would have seen this before. But please bear in mind, this is all new for me. But I'm going to do my blood sugars right now on my new blood sugar monitor that I bought. And yes, I am going to leave an affiliate code down below. And if you buy one of these from my affiliate code, I will be able to buy a Lamborghini within a week with the 3p commission I'll earn from it. And just so you're all aware, and this was the weirdest thing I've ever seen, in their advertising, they quote themselves as being the number 5 blood sugar monitor provider in the world. Not number 1, not number 2, number 5. These guys are the number 5 blood monitor suppliers of the world. How cool is that? Right, so I'm going to give it a go. So bear with me, this is all new to me. So this is the little monitor that I'm going to be using. So what I'll do is I'll put that there. I'm going to try and do this without showing any blood, or minimal amount of blood. So the needle's all primed, and I'm going to fire it into my finger right now. Ooh, didn't really feel it. Right, now it says massage your finger. So I'm going to massage my finger. I do apologise if you're squeamish in any way, but I'm trying to do this in the best possible way. Now we're going to get the meter, and apparently you just do this now. Wait 10 seconds, and the Sinocare Safe ACA2 blood glucose meter is going to give me a reading. Now, if you can see that on the screen, that is saying 5.4 mmOL. Not OL as in OHL, but OL. So that, and you do get a little card with it as well, which is going to show me that I am currently in the normal range. So that's good news, isn't it? But I'm going to do that quite regular. I'm probably going to do it in the mornings just to get a little bit of a benchmark so I can sort of work out where I am. And that'll give me any indications going forward whether this funny turn is likely to happen again. I will keep you all updated, of course, and I really do appreciate all your kind words, all your concern and all your advice. Right, try to keep this one a little bit shorter in the run up to Christmas. You're busy, I'm busy. We're all busy, we're all running around like lunatics. But if you can like the video, if you can subscribe to my channel, that'd be amazing. And I will catch up with you next week on Wednesday. And if you want to see what my entire journey looks like. My 6-month video is out there, and I'll put the link for that there. My 5-month video, go on, you can have a look at that as well. And if you want to see the funny term video, I'm going to put that right there. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.